This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Stugotz, you see yesterday the AP released their first preseason top 25 poll.
Exciting.
That's what I'm talking about. So, because the coaches poll came out like last week. Get the hell out of here. These coaches, they don't know anything.
They don't know anything.
They don't
Biased,
know anything.
yeah.
All right. But the AP poll, that's where it's at. And I got to tell you, I really kind of dropped the ball, the AP. Mike?
Big poll or not a big poll?
They let
That's a big
us,
poll.
They let us down.
They did, right?
Average size poll.
So on Miami opens the season against Notre Dame. That is a top 10 matchup
Great
officially.
game.
Any other
That's a
season?
big game.
Any other season, this would be the talk of the town. You got a top 10 matchup to open the season.
Week
That's
one
incredible.
is loaded.
Week one, you have the Ohio State Buckeyes, reigning defending national champions, hosting the Texas Longhorns.
I'm going to be there.
Everyone assumed we're coming out the gates week one of the college football season. It's a final Lee Corso headgear of his career. Out the gates, noon, we get number one versus number two
That's what the coaches poll told you.
to start the season. Mm-hmm. And the AP took that away from us.
Screwed it up.
He's got to go Brutus, right? Didn't he go Brutus on his first pick ever?
He's got to go Brutus.
I mean, like,
full circle.
I hate that it's that predictable.
I think
he should go Texas.
I
just
think
to throw a curveball.
I think you show some guts. All right, you show some guts, and you go with the Longhorn helmets. Okay, you're on the road there. You got the sea of people. You got all the Buckeye
Everyone
fans.
expects Brutus.
I do something very similar because I host college football tailgate for ESPN Radio. We travel, me and Amber Wilson, we travel the entire country for ESPN Radio Campus Tour. We're in Columbus, all right, for week number one. And from the Airstream studio, at the end, we give our picks. And I got the foam fingers, you know. I'm not scared. There'll be a whole crowd of people in front of me.
Foam fingers have one finger up, not all
That's
five,
right.
right?
Most, but I put
People
all
love a
fi-
visual gag on
but
an
I
audio
put-
property.
But that's right. That's why I do it. And there will be a sea of Buckeye fans in front of me because I don't know if you know the game's in Columbus. But if I want to pick Texas, I'm not giving away who I'm picking yet. I would never give it away. I tell you at the end of the show, all right? But if I want to pick Texas, I'll pick the road team right in front of your face. You can't be
That's
scared.
guts.
I would
That's guts.
never be scared, all right? I got guts. So Corso, I hope he shows some guts. If he believes that Texas is going to win, put on that Longhorn helmet. Show a little guts.
So he had a bunch of options for his final headgear. A lot of people theorized, hey, maybe he's a proud Seminole.
You got Alabama there.
Alabama over there. That's a good one, but it's where it all began. Columbus, Ohio. That's cool. And what would have made things perfect is if it were number one versus number two. But the Associated Press cares not for our storylines, and they put a team with a quarterback that failed to complete a single pass to a wide receiver in a big-time bowl game. Why is Penn State number two over Texas? Texas opens the season against a national champion. Let's start the season number one versus number two.
Here's another question about the polls that makes zero sense to me. Who's number one again?
The Buckeyes.
Is it the Buckeyes? Yeah. I thought it was Texas.
No.
Oh, no, it's Texas. Excuse me. It is Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
it's
then I
Texas.
screwed all of
right,
this.
No, no, you didn't screw anything up.
Who's number one again?
It's Texas.
Texas.
Okay.
Texas.
Who's favored in the matchup between Texas and
but
Ohio
it's in
State?
Columbus.
But then make them number one then. Just go ahead and make Ohio State the number one team
No, but you're
if
not.
they
you're not
open at
ranked-
home.
No, but the idea is like if you were on a neutral field, what team's better?
Yeah. But it's the preseason. You already know the schedule. Might as well make it make sense. You're going to have the number one team as an underdog in the first game of the season where you're creating these rankings out of thin air. Make it make sense. Make the number one team the favorite.
So as it turns out, number three is favored over number one.
Well, number three
Ridiculous.
is number one. Right.
Yeah,
yes.
-2.5 on that line.
I have top five polls if you guys want them.
Oh, that's a big poll.
Wow.
Number five, foul pole.
Great poll.
Do you ever want that maybe it should be called a fair ball?
No.
I mean, the ball hits it. It's fair. It's not foul.
That's a good point.
It's a fair point.
Do you like when the fair/foul polls are like a drawing of something? Like sometimes it's a pencil?
No.
No? Yeah, me neither. What's number four?
Marcin Gortat, the Polish Hammer.
That's a good one.
Number three, Cooper Flagg.
Flagpole, Mike.
Thank you. Number two, Bill Polian.
Number two, huh?
You thought Lamar Jackson was
Number one, a staple. I mean, Dick Pole.
Ah, yes.
Dick
Those are my top 5 polls.
Number 1 for life.
Dick poll.
I mean, Penn State screwed it up coming in at number 2. Does anyone believe Penn State's
No one
second
does.
best team in the country?
Drew Aller's tall.
Come on. James Franklin.
He's still there.
Come on.
It's enough.
What are we
We all know
He
how
made
this
the
is gonna
playoffs
go.
last year.
Not the biggest story, though, in college football from yesterday. The biggest story is brand new starting quarterback, QB1 at Oklahoma, John Mateer, who was at Washington State last year, and I was a fan. Really fun player to watch. He's now at Oklahoma. He's in hot water because people found his Venmo transactions, and his Venmo transactions were public at the time, and he had Venmo transactions, 2 different ones that I saw. One, sports gambling, and the other one was sports gambling, USC versus UCLA.
Hold on, like, did he put that in the notes?
That was the title of the transaction. This was when John Mateer would have been a freshman in college. Obviously, very much against the rules. Now, Oklahoma has come out and said they believe that John Mateer has not gambled on sports. This led to a bunch of internet sleuthing in which people were going through other quarterbacks' transactions to see if they were public, and some embarrassing stuff was there. Some quarterbacks got wise as soon as this story broke and deleted all their transactions, set everything to private to make sure that there would be no sleuthing. People, the young generation, and I've never gotten this when it comes to Venmo, I never know. I don't need to know what you're paying for. I don't know. You're a sociopath if you have your Venmo transactions public. It's weird. Stugotz, you have your Venmo transactions public.
I know.
Stop that.
Right. I thought you closed it for me. I mean,
Stop that. But people were going around and I have friends that do this. They like to make the Venmo transaction a joke. You know, they buy around.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. Thanks for the drugs, stuff like that.
Right.
Sans context, no one knows that you're just Josh and your boys, right? Now, people are going to your transactions, and if you put an 8-ball emoji, they're not going to assume billiards.
What's your worst non-joke one of those? The one that made you go private? Because I've got one, and I've also got one of a friend who, I'll just say it because it doesn't matter. It was a couple that got divorced, and it was a very simple divorce settlement. So simple that the payments were made via Venmo.
That's a tough way to.
And wait. And it just said 1/24 of the first. So it clearly had to split it up within 20. And you see, and it's just so funny. It's like watching a reality show on your Venmo. And when that 24th month hit, boy, did I celebrate.
Well, I paid attention to it when Signalgate was happening. People were starting to go through government officials who didn't know that they didn't have their transaction set to private. Yeah. I fix that stuff real quick because I don't need someone prying around any of that, independent of whether or not I josh somebody and make a transaction, that's not actually accurate and just making a joke about it.
Stu, you'd appreciate this. What made me go to private is when I first got onto Venmo and I sent Anthony some money. I was on a road trip, and when I got back home, and this is like when I first started smoking weed, like in my mid-30s.
Right.
And so I was like, I don't have a device with which to smoke it at home. It broke, and I sent him some money and said, hey, go buy me a little small glass pipe for when I get home. And he responded via text, these are public. And I was like, oh, shit.
I learned, I was told, hey, this is public, you should turn this off, because I didn't know how it worked, where I was doing a couple of transactions for like sponsors on my podcast. I don't want anyone to know what I charge and that kind of deal, so I was told, hey, you got to turn it off.
They were sending their payments to you via Venmo?
Yeah. And I don't want everyone to be able to see what I charge for sponsorship.
So what do we believe here, though? I mean, sports gambling, USC, UCLA is pretty specific. He could be joking. That would be the defense, because people do tend to joke occasionally with this app. But what kind of investigation are we doing now? Because you can't be gambling if you're you can't be gambling if you're a college football athlete.
Don't you have to believe that he is? Maybe he's stupid, but don't you have to believe that he is smart enough not to joke like that?
Because how do these things get found out? It's because a lot of money goes to something suspicious, right? So if you're just putting down regular old bets within a game that you're playing or teams that a lot of people bet on, the only way you're going to get caught really is if you label it in your Venmo transaction. So I don't think he's that dumb.
This was research, though. This was apparently when he was a freshman in college. So someone...
Do we know what the money was?
Let me see if that was put out there. But I've just seen the screen caps of sports gambling, USC, UCLA.
That's a great question, Zaz. Do we care if it is just, hey, it's a $20 bet?
No, the reason I
bet,
ask is
$10
because I think that could help us know if it's real or if it was a joke.
Right, because if he was joking around and it was actually for sody pops, you're not spending $500 there.
Correct.
But what's a unit to a guy that wasn't? Remember, he took over for Cam Ward at Washington State last year. He wasn't playing at this point. He wasn't getting NIL.
But to Izzy's question, if it is real and it's a $25 bet, do we really care? I mean,
well, no, we don't care. I don't think any of us individually ever care.
But should we? Is nobody's going to influence the result of? Let me rephrase. Most people wouldn't try to influence the result of a bet over $20, right? You're just doing it. Hey, if I happen to get my, 3 touchdowns today, I'm going to go home to an extra $100.
Right.
I got $12.50 for you.
Howdy, folks. It's Mike Ryan. Happy summertime, everybody. Summer is fantastic. A lot of outdoor activities, a lot of concerts, a couple of championship parades if you're lucky enough, a lot of big-time movies. Maybe you're going to a happy hour before you see a big summer blockbuster with your friends. Why don't you order a Miller Lite at the bar? Whether it's via draft, glass bottle, or that beautiful white can, or the cool special edition 50th anniversary gold cans, make in any time this summer a Miller time is always a great idea. You want to make a summer memory that lasts forever? Well, crack open a Miller Lite. You know why? Because since 1975, Miller Lite has been the go-to way to stock your cooler to celebrate those incredible summer moments. This year marks 50 years of Miller Time, 50 great years of taste, 50 great years of celebrating with great friends and making unforgettable memories. Brewed for flavor, with simple ingredients like malted barley, it delivers that rich, balanced toffee note flavor and golden color that just hits different. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Hey guys, it's Chris Cody here, and today's episode of the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz is brought to you by Square, the smart, streamlined tools that make running your business simple. Seriously, they just get it. Whether you're a full-time entrepreneur or just side hustling, Square makes everything feel easy. Every morning, I stop at a local coffee shop down the street to get a tea, and they use Square. And I'm telling you, checkout is always a breeze. Just tap, beep, done. No awkward moments, no fumbling cards, just smooth, clean service. Square's tools are made for real people. No tech degree needed, everything's intuitive. It works right out the box, and it grows your business. Whether you're running a cafe, a salon, or a food truck, Square has a setup that fits. Square keeps up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to run and grow your business without any long-term commitments. And why wait? Right now you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/DLS. That's SQUARE/go/DLS. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Dan Le Batard.
My algorithm on Instagram is, Dan, it's all boobs.
Stugotz.
It's a good algorithm.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Speaking of privacy, did you guys see this? I was told this, I think it was like 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, a new feature was, this is a PSA I'm doing right now, all right? Because I'll bet a lot of people listening or watching, they don't know this, I'm going to help you out right now, all right? You don't even need to thank me, I'm doing it out of the goodness of my own heart. Where Instagram, apparently, there's a new feature where they have there's maps, where you click on the map and you could see the direct location your friends on Instagram are currently at. A buddy of mine texted me a few days ago, goes, hey man, a new feature came out on Instagram today. I'm on it right now, and I could see exactly where you are. And I went and looked at it, I was like, yep, That's my home. That's where I am.
So it
and you
doesn't
gotta turn
matter
it off.
what you post. You know exactly. Like if I'm posting a random picture from 5 months ago and I put on the location, hey, this is in Italy, it's still going
No,
to
this
say
is a different feature. No, when you click on the direct messages on Instagram, there's a map, and you click on the map, and you could see on it where all if it's on, you could see where all your friends are located to like the foot where they at. You could see their home.
Do you want to see that?
Where they are.
Do you want to see that? Do you want your friends knowing exactly where you are? It seems weird. It's creepy.
I'm with my kids.
Right.
This is my home.
Yes.
No.
You know what's weird?
So I
It's
turned
like-
it off.
That's what I find weird is the friends, and this is a young thing, the friends that all share their locations all the time. Like, it's too much. I accidentally share a location with somebody in our hockey chat, and so it's really only 2 people that I share locations with. It's Anthony, and it's this Brightside Mike, and I have no interest in knowing where Brightside Mike is 24 hours of the day.
Look at this. Look at Billy and Jeremy are feverishly on their phones
How do you
right
do
now.
this?
Yep, they're trying to turn it off. You should.
I don't know how you do it.
I mean, I'll show you, I guess.
I'm still trying to log out of Venmo. I mean,
Why do these apps do that? Like, why would they think that I want everyone to know literally where I am? Not the city where I am, but my home.
That I understand that question. Then, Instagram is often used. The most common application is users telling the world where they are.
But not to the address.
Not to the address, but people tag people. I mean, you can find out exactly where the Clips concert is tonight. If
Look
you're
at everyone
posting
there,
from the
Stugotz. They're all feverish.
trying
I'm
so
in
hard
settings
to
right
find
now.
it.
Like, it has to be somewhere in
Right,
here.
but there's
Just
annoying
search
features.
location within
Yeah.
settings.
I
and
just
then you
asked
could turn
Taylor
it
to
off.
do it. I mean,
Right, but there are some times where people want to actually post that, then they have to where they are. You know how you can geotag certain places if you're at a bar or something like
Did
that.
you click on the globe there, Chris?
Yes, I just got it,
You
yeah.
go to the messages up top. You click on. See right there. I could show for people looking on the screen there. See, you got the people here, and you click on the globe, which says
Right.
map, and then on the top right, you click on that little settings thing, and you could turn your specific location off. But like, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm looking at the map of the country, and it's like, there's a bunch of people. Look, Stugotz, there's a bunch of people just in Florida. Look at it right there. I could see where they are.
yeah, I don't like it.
I could see where these people are located right now in the state of Florida. It's kind of shady,
This is really upsetting.
right?
Yeah, I'm not happy about this at all.
My buddy, I texted him back, I go, good looking out, because I don't know about this kind of stuff. And it came out, and then I looked online, I was like, how do you turn it off? And it said, today, whatever it was, like August 6th, a new feature came out on Instagram. I was like, holy shit.
I also appreciate you waiting until we're not on the live show to tell us all of this, so that way.
Oh, that was
it's
good
given
looking out
all
by
of
me
us-
too,
yeah,
right?
Well
Yes,
done to give
yes.
us all plenty of
Yeah.
time to turn the setting off after the show.
Cool.
It won't get published right away, and that way nobody's going to have to.
Did you
deal with the
figure it out
repercussions
yet?
of this.
Yeah.
It's, it's pretty simple.
Take care of mine.
And you could see all the people who you could see, like, I don't know, like ex-girlfriends or something.
Where is this globe you speak of?
This is the
Look.
top of your DMs
Turn off Stugotz so people can't find out where Taylor is.
where it shows note.
Here, can you help me out?
Yeah.
Help a
all right,
brother
give
out,
this to me.
Zazzle, let's go.
All right, let's see. Where's your Instagram?
I have no
Note up
idea.
top, there
Where's
should
my
be a-
Instagram?
I think here it is. All right, here it is.
It says Matt.
And so,
No.
click on
Go down.
his direct
fools.
messages.
Thank
Yep, there you go.
Very
Where's-
helpful. Yes.
Stugotz, you may have like a super old version of Instagram. I don't think
Probably.
you have the map.
Great.
All right, I
That's
think
a
you're
good thing,
okay,
right?
playa.
Yeah.
It's a really old version. I think you're all right. You don't use that very often.
Did you call me playa?
Yeah, of course.
All
Why
right.
not?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, so I'm glad I was able to help you guys. There you have
I
it.
am currently not sharing my location, never was, but thank you for the freak out moment, Zitz.
Okay. Well, I was sharing my location when I was told. That was not cool. All of a sudden, someone shows up at my door. Hey, Zaslow, I know where you live now because of Instagram. Screw that, man. Jeremy, look, oh my, Stugotz, look how he's really upset.
I'm trying to help Mike Ryan right
Well-
now, but he has a slightly outdated version of Instagram, so I'm trying to figure
Like
out how
me,
he DMs.
yes. Right.
Is that the key?
Oh, there you are. No, there.
Is that
I
the
see.
key?
Hold on. Let's see. I can help you from here. All right. So we're gonna swipe
what
up
you
here
did,
on notes.
Zaslow.
Now you're at map.
I did a good thing, though,
Okay.
I believe.
Join your friends
Yes.
on map.
I mean,
Next,
a good
you're
thing.
not
Bad
sharing
radio,
your
perhaps,
location.
but-
Good news.
What are you talking about? This is fantastic. It's
joking.
very informative. There's people at home. Hopefully, they're not driving and trying to listen to this and trying to adjust their
There are
phones.
people who
So
are
this is
driving
very big
freaking out
information.
now. They want to turn this
Yeah,
feed
but
off.
Zazzle's,
especially-
yours was still on.
Yeah.
I know exactly where Brian the Beast London is right now.
Get at where?
But that's the thing is you share your location with an app like this because, hey, if you're trying to post like, hey, I was at, for example, if I'll post something from a Marlins game, hey, I'm at Lone Depot Park, and so I'm adding that location, and Instagram will be like, oh, can we access your location? And you might say yes, because you want to make sure you're clicking on the right thing there. And then all of a sudden, your location is part of this app, not thinking that all of a sudden every single person that follows you is going to have an opportunity
to the address,
to the pinpoint of the address, where you are within the building. It's horrifying.
Wow, Brightside Mike is in Canada.
Niagara Falls. We actually don't know which one.
We're all done.
Glad I was able to help you guys. Let me take your mind off of this very troubling situation. Jeremy, we did a top 5 yesterday. Mike Ryan did a top 5 yesterday of greatest movie opening scenes.
Wow.
You have
cliffhanger.
You have that's a
dude.
good one.
What happened? It wasn't on there?
It wasn't even on OLI. No,
I just
it was
assumed it was on there for you.
Honestly, it should have cracked the top 5. I made a mistake. You're
You know
absolutely
what?
right.
When you hear the name cliffhanger, you don't think great opening scene.
Yes, that's
Yes,
what made the
I
movie
do.
strange, right?
Yes, I do.
Greatest opening
I
scene.
tend to think of a great cliffhanger, but maybe that's just me.
The final 90 minutes, awful though.
Stop being so literal.
But Jeremy has his own version. Tell us what it is.
It's the top 5 animated movie opening scenes, because mentioned in Mike's was Up, which is all time.
Profoundly sad.
Like, truly one of the saddest things I've ever seen. And I've realized in going through this, a lot more of them are sad than are necessarily uplifting. No OLIs. So starting with number 5, Tarzan. In Tarzan, you see both the gorilla families and Tarzan's family go through a similar feeling of loss, but what it does is it introduces you to Phil Collins on the soundtrack. And that's the most important part, is you hear one of these songs and you're like, oh, we're off to an unbelievable start. Number 4, and this is tied for 4 because it comes from the same series, Shrek and Shrek 2.
Is that when he's bathing?
That's the first one, is when he's bathing and you're getting the title sequence and he's like spitting out mud and all of it says Mike Myers, and then
But he just told me
that's what you get. And then you get Accidentally in Love by the Counting Crows to start Shrek 2 during their honeymoon
I'm a
sequence.
Shrek 1 guy.
Oh my God. Accidentally in Love. Very underrated song. Number 3, The Lion King.
Of course.
It's a classic. Yep, that note.
Yeah, to keep going.
Let's
I didn't
go
wanna
for
finish it. I didn't
No, go all out.
Number 2, this is another wholly depressing one. Finding Nemo.
Yeah, Disney writers huge on death.
Yeah, you got to kill somebody right at the beginning.
Parent
Normally, it's a parent.
Oh, that's right. The mother dies
The mother
at the beginning
dies.
of Finding Nemo.
Yep, and by the way, all of the kids outside of Nemo. Remember, there's an attack from what I think is a barracuda. If I look back at it,
That's right. The body count on that one was huge.
I mean, it's
Was,
near 100.
Was Bambi's mom dying the first
I don't know if that's the opening scene, which is why I didn't include it. It would have been a good one. And then, of course, number 1 is Up. I mean, it's just, there's no debate. I know it was in the spirit of the top 5, and that was already there, but it has to be number 1.
4
It's
of the
one
5
most
that you
beautiful
gave
sequences.
there are super sad.
Right.
Yeah, no, most of them are. I came to realize as I was going through my list, I was realizing almost every single animated movie starts with tragedy.
Getting a good look into Jeremy here.
What about the Lego movie?
not
Didn't
me.
they do the Everything is Awesome at the very beginning? That's the best.
Nah, but come on, let's be real. Which ones are better?
All right, so we brought out the big guns today when we heard that Taylor Swift is going to be on the New Heights podcast. That's why Stugotz is here. He made the drive, and Stugotz is with us. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't know what the hell's going on with this Taylor Swift. Like, can somebody explain to me what the whole to-do was last night? So she's going to be on this Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce podcast, and what? Like, it came out.
Put out a teaser.
But it came out like 12 a.m. on 8/12, which is today.
Yeah, that's right.
and
Right.
There's
Yeah.
some kind
It's
of
her 12th
nonsense
album.
like that,
There's some
right?
sort of
Oh, it's
message,
her 12th
right.
album?
So that's what that's all
Right.
about. She's
Yes.
really into teasing everything with numbers. So her number is 13. I believe her birthday's on the 13th. That's always everything is tied together. You end up in the Taylor Swift algorithm, and you grow to learn that there is no greater.
My
cult
algorithm is
than the
all
Swifties.
boobs, I gotta tell you.
It's
you told us.
it's a big deal. So she's announcing seemingly a new album on this podcast. My assumption is that
12 albums, huh?
She'll be revealing all of the details of it. Everyone is very excited because they got the color scheme of what this album will be. I believe it's called The Life of a Showgirl.
That's exciting to
And
people, yeah.
hey, look, Taylor Swift fans dive into every single detail. I've already seen
Honolulu
people discussing that the colors of the album seem to be the way that copper begins versus where it gets when it's oxidized, and thus to show that it's the wearing of a career. And
Can you
there's
hear
a
my
lot of
eyes
stuff
rolling
here.
in my
No,
head?
look, I sort of feel the same way, and at this point,
How do you know all of this?
I told you I ended up in the Taylor Swift algorithm because I like Taylor Swift's music. Like I do like her music. I'm a little I'm intrigued to see what this album is, because I at this point I am not nearly as in on all things Taylor Swift as I once was.
Go on.
You know, I wouldn't say it, but I think some people would say that it feels like over the last few years, some of what she's been doing has felt like a cash grab. You know, I wouldn't say it, but it sort of feels like if you knew you were negotiating for the rights to your own masters to come back, that putting out the Taylor's version and constantly making people pay money to access your music early, only to release it later, and then release really long albums so that you could sort of game how the streaming processes work to move your way up the charts.
And
Some
she's
people
not
would
alone.
say that that's, you know, maybe an issue.
But you're not saying.
I'm not saying. I would never.
Some people.
Let
I would
me
never
add
say
this Kelsey podcast. What's it called? New Heights.
New Heights.
I have a little bit of a rivalry with New Heights because I was up for I forget the podcast award, one of the potties, and it was a sports podcast for my 4 Years of Heat podcast, and they were in the same category, and of course they won it, and of course they're going to win every damn sports podcast award because they have Taylor Swift on the podcast. Stick to sports, people. If you're going to do the Taylor Swift thing, an entirely different category. Pop music podcast, fine. But if this thing wins another sports podcast for having Taylor Swift on there, it's cheating.
It's going to
I'm
break
calling
every
BS.
single record for podcast downloads that's like ever existed.
Not a sports podcast.
She's going to be
sorry.
announcing details of her new album on there, and some people would say that going on the New Heights podcast, which is her boyfriend's podcast, and you know, using that as an opportunity to get them some more downloads. You know, some people would say that just plays into all of the very capitalistic nature of what she's been doing over the last few years, and that even the artistry has potentially suffered because when you're releasing these really long albums that don't really seem to have any editing there to sort of pare things down and make sure you're getting the best 12 or 13 songs, well, some people would say that that's just the cash grab that was being intimated before. I would never. I would never say that. There's nothing wrong with anything that Taylor Swift ever does. But some people would say that, you know,
When
the
Zaz said go
creativity
on,
isn't
I
there
didn't think he
anymore.
mean this long.
Right. Was Jaws on Mike's list? Jaws?
Do you think that your
family would get a lot of joy?
OLI for Jaws. That was Jeremy lamenting the lack of an editor, I believe.
I am literally this show's editor.
So that's the problem.
I'm just trying to live up to be the version of me my dogs think I am. Dopey and Izzy, they assume I've got it all together. Meanwhile, I'm Googling, can dogs eat watermelon? And realizing, hey, we're out of food. And I forgot the flea meds. Total chaos. But Chewy had both, delivered fast. Now they're well-fed, itch-free, and still convinced I'm a responsible adult. Chewy makes it super easy to get everything your pets need. Food, treats, meds, even toys. Shipped right to your door in 1 to 2 days. They've got vet visits, pet insurance, and even in-person clinics popping up. Oh, and fleas? Yeah, summer's peak season, even for indoor pets. Chewy's got vet-recommended treatments to help protect Dopey and Izzy or whoever's running your house. And here's my favorite feature, Auto Ship. It keeps the essentials coming, and if you're running out of food faster this month than last month, just change the date of arrival. They got you covered. No days with no food. Plus, 24/7 customer support. And if something's not right, send it back. No questions asked. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/Dan. That's chewy.com/Dan to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewy.com/Dan. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
The Disney Plus Hulu HBO Max bundle. Plans starting at just $16.99 a month. Catch Limitless, Live Better Now Season 1 with Chris Hemsworth on Disney Plus.
We got a lot of work to do.
Alien Earth on Hulu.
This ship collected monsters.
And Final Destination Bloodlines on HBO Max.
Death is coming for our family.
The Disney Plus Hulu HBO Max bundle. Plans starting at $16.99 a month. All these and more streaming soon. Visit Disney Plus Hulu HBO Max bundle.com for details.
Don Le Batard.
It sounds to me like everybody could use a hug because a hug is always the right size.
Stugotz.
All I have put in my body today is 3 cups of coffee and an entire cup of honey.
Go to the penalty box.
Don't let him fool you. He said in the break that he's jittery.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I couldn't name you 4 Taylor Swift songs.
Oh, shut up. You could.
There's no way.
But if they played,
I knew you were
know
trouble.
the song.
You would recognize them, but he doesn't know the titles.
No, but if they played, you would know what they were.
You look guilty as sin right now.
If they played that, like if they played the song, would I know it's Taylor Swift?
No, like if they played the Taylor Swift song, I'd be like, I know that song.
Right.
You don't know it's her. You don't
Just
know
not the
it's
name
her.
of the song. Right.
I don't know. Maybe like 5.
Now, when you
you
try
live
to
in a
think of one, a
cave?
blank space goes into your head.
I mean, I know "Shake It Off."
You don't like participate in society. You're just not going to come across.
I have the music that I like. I have the music
Right.
that I like and I listen
Little
to.
PJ,
and,
right.
Yeah, give me that '90s grunge, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Nirvana. What else do I need? Give me Zeppelin. And we're
You almost
done.
forgot the In Chains part.
Well, I didn't want it to. I was going to say Alice, but I don't want it to go over. I don't want it to go over your head. Like I want to be inclusive. If I just say Alice, it's kind of exclusive. I don't want to give out that impression.
Right.
Did you ever think that they were called Allison chains?
I did.
I saw a sad project being advertised at a local casino recently. The Joe Perry Project.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done that.
That seems fun.
Oh, he's done it before? My bad.
Yeah, I think he's been doing that for a while.
I just saw it as, Steven Tyler doesn't want to do it anymore, so now we're calling it the Joe Perry Project. It was just a funny title.
I think they're coming to Hard Rock Live, right?
Yeah, they are. That's where.
Yeah.
That's the casino
Do
that
you
I
think
wasn't
they-
saying.
Do you think they play Aerosmith songs?
I don't know. It has another, and then at the bottom it's like with this guy from Aerosmith and this guy from, what was the band? I think it's
Aerosmith.
the Black Keys or something, or the Crows, some other guy.
Keys, Crows.
Yeah,
It has to be Crows.
The Crows, probably.
Keys are just 2 dudes. That'd really eat into the Black Keys lineup.
All right, so this Taylor Swift thing is happening tonight or it's tomorrow?
Seemingly tomorrow,
The 13th.
where she's going to go on, right, the 13th, as I was mentioning, 13, of course, her number. Look, this is going to be a big deal, and it seems like she's working with some of the producers that made some of her biggest hits from several years ago in Max Martin and Shellback, and Max Martin's been making hits for years and years and years and years and
One
years.
of the
If you
greatest
look at
producers.
basically all the music from the late 90s, early 2000s that we were talking about with the boy bands, a few weeks ago. He's been the producer on that, and then everything since.
Still out there.
It's been a long time since they've made music together. She's primarily worked with Aaron Dessner of The National and Jack Antonoff.
Oh, thank God. We got away from him.
And so they've made great music together, but at this point, I think she wants to go back. If you look at the Life of a Showgirl or whatever they're calling it. All right. This is just me talking.
I think you're driving Zaz out of here.
I'm calling it on the Taylor Swift stuff, guys.
Bye, Zaz. Love you too.
That's actually a good plan. Zaz's plan was say, hey, let me pitch something to Jeremy. He'll work out the clock, and I can just go home right now.
Right, no one will notice. Jeremy, how much more did you have left on that?
Nothing.
Oh, please don't.
No, I don't want it. I just want to know how much more you had left.
Not much. Probably 2 sentences. That's normally how it goes.
Thank you. Is there any chance that Travis proposes to Taylor Swift?
On the pod.
I wonder
On
if it's
the pod.
actually already happened and there will be a
That
reveal.
would be the
on pod.
least romantic way it ever happened.
Worse than a stadium?
That would be worse than a stadium.
I don't think so.
Least
I think-
romantic way.
If he does it at a stadium, it's a game after a game on a field. It's not like he's doing it at a stadium during, the Panthers
But if
Stanley
he
Cup
did
final
it,
game.
I think that would be better if he did it at a Panthers game, like the camera goes to him, he gets down on one knee,
Guys,
then doing it on his podcast.
He's not the only one that plays stadiums.
I mean, I think that proposing on a podcast, to me, I'm not saying it's a great way of doing it, but proposing at a hockey game is the worst way of doing it. I think.
I
Yes.
thought he was saying at one of his games, which I would be like, well, if I'm the coach, I'm not happy about that. Like, Travis, you seem a little distracted. You're about to propose at the commercial break in the second quarter, but you're saying at a different sporting event.
Well, Mike was
where-
saying at her concert, essentially.
I
maybe.
mean, whatever happened to doing this at an Olive Garden? Yeah, make a reservation. You play a little secret game with the maitre d', and
Right.
Maybe put the ring on top of one of the breadsticks as they come in.
You have to put it in the breadstick.
That was a no. What? Inside the breadstick?
That happened
on a ring.
On Modern Family. That happened next to Cam and Mitchell, and it did not go well.
I barely spoke today.
But when you did, it made it count.
You really spoke. Yeah.
But when you did,
sitting here,
it lingered.
Did not feel that way.
What'd you want to talk about that we didn't get to?
Yeah.
That's not Taylor Swift related.
It's a big week for the Marlins, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, I'll talk to Billy about that. You're
go
doing
for
something
it.
online, right?
I'm doing. I'll be on a podcast later. I was invited.
So is it a live watch along, or?
I think so, based on how it was presented. I wasn't sure.
I know that they didn't perform
Mike seems to know more than Billy does about that.
I was asking.
I'm not the one on the
I
podcast.
said, yeah.
All right.
Just do it.
So where are the Marlins now? Because I
point.
follow it through you guys. I know that they had that huge series, one of the bigger regular season series in their franchise history. They swept the Yankees, and then they had an opportunity to keep the momentum going against the Astros. They did not. So why is it a big week for the Marlins now? Are they still in contention?
Well, they had a very bad series against the Braves. 5-game series against the Braves. Lost 4 out of 5, and.
They're a 5-game series, huh?
Yeah, so they have now a series against the Guardians. The Guardians are hot now. You don't want to be facing the Guardians right now.
Nope.
Then they have another series right after that against the Red Sox. And then they have the Cardinals, and they have the Blue Jays, and they have the Braves again.
Seems like a tough stretch.
Seems like a big month.
Yeah, what I was saying yesterday, and I don't think Jeremy agrees with me on this, is I said, this is a nice run for the Marlins, but this week seems like the end of the road in terms of the playoff chances. Maybe not, but maybe so, because they went from getting right back to 500 from being 16 games under 500 to back to 4 games under 500 again. So.
I wouldn't disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
This is a huge week for them. They have 6 games against 2 of the better teams in baseball right now in terms of the Guardians and the Red Sox. And if they can come out of that basically with a 500 record for the week, you'd feel pretty good. They lost 4 out of 5 to the Braves from Thursday to Sunday.
Right.
And they remained 6 games back of the Mets. They didn't lose any ground for that final wild card spot because the Mets have been falling apart on their own. One of the teams ahead of them in the wild card is the St. Louis Cardinals, who they'll get in their first series back at home after the Red Sox and the Guardians. So if they can find a way to play some good baseball this week, they're in the position where, hey, it went about as poorly as you could have imagined after that huge win against the Yankees by losing 2 out of 3 against the Astros and losing 4 out of 5 against the Braves. But they lost no ground from where they were at the start of the week. And with 6 games back and 7 games to go against the Mets,
he did it again, Stu.
They have a chance.
He took
it's just
the wheel.
information.
No, but it seems like Billy is saying the season is over, and Jeremy wants to agree with him, but he's not agreeing with him.
The thing is
am I the reporter for the 9 games at home after this stretch? Yes. Do I want people to watch? Yeah.
I mean, it's been a great run. You should support the team, but realistically, it's incredible that they got back to 500 when being 16 games under 500. But like, if you're gonna actually make the playoffs, you got to be like 10 or more games over 500 probably. And to get there, you'd have to play 26 games over 500 to get to that point where it doesn't.
Which is not happening. Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, what they've done has been very impressive. However, it seems like, you win a couple, you lose a couple, you're just then hovering around 500, which ultimately won't be enough probably to get into the playoffs. So it's not to discount what they've done so far. It was an incredible run. They just got off to such a bad start that they kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Also, was the Yankee thing a bit of fool's gold because they are not playing well?
No, I mean it's a chippy team that fights back. They're in every game. The Yankees are struggling right now. They had a horrific start to their newly acquired closer, who pooped all over the bed. But maybe the Marlins get hot here. But even if they go, what would you have to do to get back to 500 in the next 6 games? They go 4-2.
They're at 500.
Yeah, they're still.
Yeah, no, 2 games below 500. Right.
Yeah,
I did math wrong.
They have to go 5-1 to get back to 500 before they get home.
So close.
You were almost with me too.
That math. Who cares anymore?
I corrected it quickly though.
It's football season, baby. Everyone's 0-0.
So much easier. With the records,
Oh, so easy.
Yes.
That tricky 17th game sometimes, I forget about it.
Right.
It really changed. Although it made, Friday, I celebrated Jeff Fisher Day.
Did you?
Because it was 8-8.
We're
not making Jeff Fishers anymore. He's got that all to himself.
Well, Mike Tomlin.
You can't go 8-8 anymore.
You're right.
You can go 8-1.
Right.
But you can't go 8-8 anymore. That's going to be Jeff Fisher's forever.
You always got to ask an 8-8 baby if they were born in '88, because then it might be the most special person ever.
Really? You have to ask?
You have to. I mean,
yeah, you
what's
always
the
have
next question when you say, what's your
Were you
birthday?
born in
August
88?
8th, of course.
And when they say 94, you're gonna like, loser?
Yeah.
That does nothing for me.
Are you guys believing in the Brewers again?
You know, I've been thinking about this a lot.
franchise is a joke.
I'm glad that you asked.
Danilo Gallinari, born on 8/8/88.
Wow, he's the one.
He's the one.
Yeah.
You ever talk to him? You ever ask him that question?
I've never. Did you know he was a former number 1 pick in the draft? Jeremy, do you believe in the Brewers?
Sure.
What about the Brew Crew?
That was tight, Jeremy.